A scalp like that, I don't care if everyone has me down, this, that, the other. I couldn't give two flying Fs.
This is Jaron Ennis with Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Ekow Essuman, who takes on Harry Scarff November 18th. Looked like you guys were going to go there and then in the press conference. What did you make of some of the stuff he said about avoiding him or things like that?
Let me put it like this. I win the British title. I'm thinking about my mandatories and voluntaries. I leave that to Frank Warren. I'm not going to be looking down the rankings for people to fight. Like who wins a championship belt and then starts calling out people below them like that. That's like no. So no, unfortunately, not in your case, Harry. I've not been avoiding you. I've just been doing what I'm supposed to be doing and just working through what I'm working on and looking up. You avoided Liam Taylor though. I know you got pissed off during the presser when I mentioned that, but it's true.
Last time out, would you say career best win against Congo?
Yeah. You know, like on different promoters' promotion, properly in the Lions Den, they had everything in there stacked in their favour, and came back with the goods.
Did you feel going into that fight that people were sort of backing against you, felt that Congo might take it?
I think in most fights that I have, I'm still winning people over to a certain degree, but that's okay with me. That's fuel for the fire, fuel for the engine.
Now, a few weeks ago or months ago, there was a purse bid, I believe, for you and Cody Crowley. Why didn't that fight happen, to your knowledge?
His team did not want the match in the end. I believe they got they're in a better position in a different belt and body, and so they took on that opportunity, which then just leaves a little void for me. And I would have had to wait for a while before that match, my next match with them, gets mandated and negotiations and this and that. And it's just good, and I'm really grateful and happy for Frank to still line up another one for me. A new fight date, someone that I can really grit my fingers together and just land that lever on his face. I'm excited for it, man.
Where does a win over Harry Scarff, what does it do for your career? Where do you go should you win this fight?
Where do I go? I'll be waiting for my next IBF match, and it is a marking point, a great opportunity for me to showcase exactly what I've been working on since my last fight, and show people another puzzle for me to solve.
Well, I was looking at the rankings, and you're pretty much there in the IBF. I know obviously you've got Crawford, who's got all the belts, but it looks like if he fights Spence that he's going to vacate should he move up, and then Boots Ennis will be elevated to world champions interim, and then I'm guessing it's potentially you versus him. I mean, would you relish a fight against Ennis?
Yeah, I'd relish a fight against Ennis. Ennis is the new big thing overseas in America, so obviously to get that scalp, I'm thinking yes, a scalp like that. I don't care if everyone has me down, this, that, the other. I couldn't give two flying Fs. Like scalp like that, no one can say nothing. So yeah, I'd relish that opportunity.
I mean, it doesn't seem too far away either, but if you did fight someone like him, do you think you'd need a bridging fight in between, someone who's maybe operated at the world level? Because he is, like you say, very highly rated over there, and he's had sort of he hasn't had, I guess, huge name fights, but given how highly rated he is, do you think you'd need a bridging fight?
Hard work beats talent. I know he works hard. People just think of him as natural talent, like skill boxing, but I work hard, and I'd work hard for that. But it's nice future gazing, but back to the main point, I'm just going to focus on giving my mandatory his mandatory beating.
And do you think you get Harry Scarff out of there on the 18th?
We'll have to wait and and see for what I've got lined up. It depends on a few things, but obviously that is always the plan.
And just sort of finally, I spoke to Carl Froch maybe a year ago, and it was after Conor Benn beat Van Heerden, and he was basically saying he wants to see you in there with Conor Benn. What is your relationship with Carl Froch? How do you know him, and what do you make of him saying that basically you beat Conor Benn?
Oh, that's very nice arrow to add to my quiver. But me and Froch, we go back a little while. Whilst I was on GB, he was training there, so I talked to him quite a bit. He'd always spend time to give me a little bit of advice, just career advice and things to do. And I've kept them down and wrote them down, kept them, and I've used them, and they're wicked. And yeah, it's just he says things how they are, so you know it's coming from not a biased place. Like if he didn't rate you or didn't think you could do something, then he'd tell you. So if he does, then I respect that fully.
Brilliant, well, Ekow, I wish you the best of luck against Harry Scarff on the 18th. Anything you want to add, where people follow you and things like that?
Oh yeah, if you can give me a follow on Ekow.Essuman on Instagram, that's EKOW ESSUMAN, and we're going to have some fan t-shirts and stuff coming out soon, so stay tuned.
Ekow, good luck.